brand new banger.
It's Nukkle HeDD Comics Tuesday. It's fucking Tuesday. We got Lay in the building. We got Cap in the building. Cabs can't make it tonight, but he's here in spirit on Lay.
No, man, just chilling, brother, chilling.
What's up, Cap? How you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Is that and the father goes shamefully? That's my son. And the other guy goes shamefully. Orion goes, that's my father. Choose fear and hate to run your life. Something you can't do. That was wrong with me from the beginning. I was doing it that way. I was gonna go down that path. I worried.
You thought it was Grayson?
Sorry, got hurt. It's like not him. Not him.
Crack his brain for somebody, anybody that can help, and remembers. Freeze.
The media.
No,
Randall Savage.
You're Randall Savage. With his knowledge and all other shit, and his capacity to learn.
Absolutely.
This is the only vegan I'll ever eat is grilled chicken wings, because that's like vegan to me. You know what I'm saying? Because the chicken wings are supposed to be fried, but you grill the chicken wings, and you put it in some sauce, and give it some blue cheese.
Is vegan.
That's vegan. Like regular moo cow fuck milk. Put it in some Honey Nut Cheerios. Vegan, because Honey Nut Cheerios is good for your heart. You know what I'm saying? Can I steal the question from Cabs?
I got it right.
I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal.
You're too late.
Wow.
I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype. I could do this all night, cause I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like, yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goose, sip is right, and I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow, yeah, I go with the flow. Cause I know I'm the show. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. Yeah, they know I'm a pro. Let's go, let's go! Yeah! Let's go! Here I go, I get lit, I get hyped for this shit! Right.
Word. He be like, I got a left elbow and a right elbow. I can break your face with an any elbow. Make sure that you get elbowed in your elbow with an elbow. Got the arm bar, get the phone ball, get around with the bomb with the bomb ball.
Daddy's gonna take you to Jersey Shore.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is fucking Tuesday night, and you know what that means. The Nukkle HeDD Comics is back on the scene. What's going on, Cap?
Not much, man. How you doing? I'm hyped for this weekend, for this Sunday, because we are about to watch what I've been saying for a while. It's probably going to be one of, if not my favorite Marvel movie.
Yeah, you have been saying that for a while. I've been
prophesizing.
Yeah, you've been anticipating this
Let me
shit.
tell you something. When they go out there with all them characters, it's gonna be mayhem. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be the Tower of Power, too sweet to be sour. Watching a lot of Superstar Billy Graham for any wrestling heads that show up here on Thursday.
Word. No, but that I'm excited for this movie also. Shit. Fucking I'm seeing that it opened up with a good box score, 95% Rotten Tomatoes or some bullshit. I don't know how real that is.
I'm looking for the fans' reaction, cinema score, and the fans' reaction, not the critics.
No, I hear you. Shit, I'm looking for my score. Which next week we will be back and we will be talking about that movie. We will be talking about the Thunderbolts and everything that encompasses all of the thunder and the boats.
You gotta point out the asterisks. Thunderbolts, asterisks.
The asterisks. Which I hope that actress don't get ruined before we go to watch it.
Luckily for me, I don't have any social media.
Word.
Speaking of which, I got a little bit of history on the Thunderbolts team. If you want to get into that, or if you got the news.
No, we could do that. Get into some history.
All right, so there's a run in the comics. The original team of the Thunderbolts. There was a big conflict. The Fantastic Four and the Avengers were declared dead. So Baron Zemo thought that the world needed superheroes. So he remade himself in that image with a bunch of villains. He was called Citizen V. Right? He became like a patriotic, like Captain America type.
Okay.
Along with, I think, the original Human Torch, the android. And they branded the team name Thunderbolts. And they were completely comprised of villains that were playing hero until eventually the heroes came back, exposed them, put a stop to them, yada yada. Then somewhere down the line, when Thunderbolt Ross became the Red Hulk, the team started up again, and it started a few times, but after Thunderbolt Ross became Red Hulk, then the Thunderbolt name was attributed to him.
Okay.
So I have a theory about why there's an asterisk that's different from what everybody else has been saying. I haven't heard anybody say this, and I'm willing to go out on a limb and go I'm 100% wrong. But I think it's still fun to think about. I don't know if you want me to say it or
Yeah. What? Because I have a theory also. So I'll let you talk first.
I think the asterisk for the Thunderbolt is not because they can't use Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross as a moniker because he was the Red Hulk and destroyed DC and all that shit. I think the asterisk is gonna be a big reveal that Fontana, whatever, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, who has just as many names as her character, it's going to be revealed that she has not been working for like the CIA or for anything. She's working for Zemo.
Mm.
And
Okay.
he's the mastermind behind the fucking buying of the Avengers Tower and all this other shit. And that's why he picked these guys specifically. I think that's what's going to be the big asterisk.
Okay. Good. All right. I didn't think that far into it.
Yeah,
I thought the
I don't think
asterisk was
anybody else is, and like I said, I'm gonna safely assume that I'm wrong. But
I mean, it makes sense though. But I was thinking that the asterisk is just like at the end of the name, at the end of the movie, they're gonna be like, nah, this is the official name of the team. And it's gonna be a different name.
that's the conventional. Was it's gonna be Dark Avengers or some other shit, some sort of Suicide Squad.
Word. Rogue One.
I've been
But yeah,
trapped upside down for 2 days.
yeah, I honestly thought they were gonna. What was gonna happen was they were gonna open up, like opening weekend or some shit, and then go. The Thunderbolts movie's real name is Taquanda or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, can you imagine the whole time we've been hearing Red Guardian be like, we're the Thunderbolts, and it's all been ADR, just recorded voiceover, when the whole time it's like, we're Sharkusha or Sharkisha, whatever. What was that name from a few years ago?
Sharkeisha, yeah.
That's the real name.
Shit, I wouldn't. Well, I would be mad that they named their ass Sharkeisha, but I just hope Thunderbolts movie doesn't turn out to be like Ant-Man movie where the trailer hyped up everybody and it sucked ass. I doubt Thunderbolts are gonna be like Ant-Man, only because Paul Rudd ain't in this. You know what I'm saying? Like Paul Rudd not saying he's a bad actor, but it's just he's a comedian, you know. And they did the best they could with him and his acting style. And that whole movie franchise was like lighthearted and fucking not for kids, but like for a break. I remember Cap was saying like this is the break that we get in between the movies. It gives us a little information. We get to enjoy this, you know, blah blah blah.
Palate cleanser.
Yeah, there you go. This I think Thunderbolts is almost like a taste test palate cleanser. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yo,
before you start your meal, why don't you try these steak cubes?
Dude.
You know?
so this is. I know you haven't watched any of the trailers,
Yeah,
except
except
for
for
I
the
think
first one.
one.
Yeah.
There's one trailer that has a line in it that I'm not. I won't say just so you can experience it yourself in real time, if it's even in the film, because you know how trailers be.
Yeah.
But there's one line in there that gives me hope that there's something deeper in this
It-
movie than just fucking, hey, rent a cop Captain America through a shield, and hey, this lady faced through walls, and hey, Lay's favorite character, Taskmaster, fucking showed up. And
Is
I
it
can
I'm
say,
one with the force and the force is with me?
yeah, I mean, I can say that Lay definitively Lay's favorite character is specifically the Taskmaster from the MCU.
Yes.
He's getting his tattoo. You know he's got the skull, the Punisher skull. He's
Yes.
getting lasered off and put on the Taskmaster skull.
Yeah, I was actually there when he was shopping for tattoo artists.
Yeah, they're gonna do all that in what? It was like just 1,005, right?
I think so. I think so. But yeah,
And if Lay wants to has a comment, come on here and tell me when I'm telling lies.
I shit. No, but I'm hyped that this movie's gonna do some good. Like I think this movie's gonna bring back something. Or it's gonna open up the floodgates for something, you know, like it it's a bunch of people that we've seen on the TV show and some of the movies, but also it's like it's a new show. It's like a new wave of heroes. So this is kind of almost like, hey everybody, we're redoing the Guardians of the Galaxy just on Earth and no aliens. You know what I'm saying? Like yo, this is like potentially the new Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. Now, you were talking about opening up a new wave and floodgates and all that.
Yeah.
There is a little bit of sour news coming out of Marvel. Doomsday, Avengers Doomsday, was supposed to shoot
What up, Tyson?
at the start of last month. It got delayed. It's starting to shoot now. But there's already reports. The budget is ballooning like crazy. This is possibly going to be the most expensive movie ever made. Bob Iger is not happy about that aspect. And certain stars haven't even officially signed in. Like there are major stars in this movie that are supposed to be there for possibly the whole thing, maybe 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, who knows, but they have not officially joined yet, even though they have been announced in the fucking cast rollout. So what did Balboa say? Life ain't all sunshine and rainbows.
Yeah, but we'll just fucking edit them in the post. We'll just CGI the motherfuckers. That's all. It'll be alright. Patrick
Hey.
Stewart will be CGI.
Let me ask you a question, Ben. If I walk up to you and hit you with a right hook, what are the chances that I'm gonna hit you with another right hook? That you are going like you are actively gonna just get hit again with that right hook.
80%.
Oh, so then according to your math, we got nothing to worry about.
Well, apparently, I can't see this right hook, so
Because I know if I'm getting hit with a right hook and get hit with another right hook, I instantly do this shit. You're not hitting me with the right hook again. And I bring that up because you did Infinity War. You did Endgame. What are the chances you go 3 for 3 on a big ass movie like this? But this time, you don't bring the whole fucking baggage with you. Robert Downey's now Doom. Motherfuckers showing up for who knows why. It's not. Is it tying into anything? Nothing's leading us to Doom as of right now. So much like your hand in the fucking ocean, one day we're just gonna show up and be like, "Oh shit, it's Doctor Doom! Danger, danger!" And everybody's gonna be like, everybody who doesn't read comics is gonna be like, "Who? Who's this? Who's Iron Man now?"
yeah, but you never know. Fucking Fantastic Four might lead into the ending of Fantastic Four might be Doom sucking everybody in the fucking danger world, killing fucking Thanos and Galactus with the two fucking spines in his hand. Shit. Hey man, I'm gonna give you 10 seconds before I fucking find out where you live and make your fucking lights pink. Speaking of trailers, why the hell we getting another Predators movie, and why the hell do they all have lightsabers like in Star Wars? I mean, I thought those swords are kind of cool. I did get the Star Wars like Rebel Moon vibes from it.
Yeah.
But
so I saw the trailer first. Vin just saw it today. My initial thoughts were, this doesn't look like a Predator movie. The weird swords that light up are like, yo, why do you keep getting better technology and better weapons
in the past
that you didn't bring? Well, we don't know when this takes place.
Oh, okay.
And I would argue that I know when this takes place because I saw something in the trailer that was explained to me that probably you missed. And I don't want to say nothing because I know how y'all were trailers. But why do you keep getting better shit when all your movies you lose? The point of the Predator is that they hunt and they get better based on the shit they hunt. So they didn't know about guns. They kill everybody with guns. Now they're better at defending guns. They come up with their own shit, their own version of it. Every movie we've seen, you lost. How the fuck did you... Where were the good guys who got laser swords? They obviously found laser swords and fucked those people up. How come you didn't send them down here?
Yeah, right shit.
And I think the biggest problem is that one shot where you see the Predator with his hair tied back. I'm not... I've seen people complain about that. They're like, it's tendrils, it's not hair. I don't give a shit about that. What I care about is the eyes are too wide. So he doesn't look menacing. He just looks shocked. And the face is clearly CGI. And it's not the animatronic.
Yeah.
Like in the 80s. So it doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel like the face. Like it feels like the body's standing there. But the face is not standing there. If that makes any sense.
No, it makes perfect. It, like I said, it just looks like an Avatar movie. Like this is Avatar 4 into the forest or some shit. And the avatars are now predators. And I always love, like, who's this fucking white hair? The white predator is like, he's the king. He's fucking people up and shit. And sitting there like, all right, if you're going to go this deep into predators, then do Transformers 1. Like, tell us the fucking actual, like, planet they're on. This motherfucker's the baddest. Like why are some people going to their own planet? Other people are going to the other people's planet. Where the fucking dogs came from? How you got laser swords? All that shit.
Yo,
Explain to us.
Are you gonna sit for a 2-hour movie of this and then subtitles?
Yeah, we did it for Passions of Christ.
That was different.
Yeah, that was.
We all somehow we sat in the Rosetta Stone section.
Word.
And I didn't need to translate what was going on.
You didn't really need much translation for.
And same thing with like Godzilla. Yo, if it's gonna be as good as Godzilla -1, because that's another movie I saw with the subtitles and I didn't need translation. I got it. If you're gonna be that good, then I can't say nothing. I'd have to come back here and eat a pie of Oreos.
Word. No, but I mean, like, I would like we're sitting there. They fucking 13th warrior. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're sitting there and it's a fucking human sitting there and he just fucking learns what they say, and when now we can hear him in English, and it's like, all right, cool, we know what they're saying at the end. It's like, oh shit, I interpret them wrong. This whole time they were cooking me in stew, like something. But
like, oh shit, I can understand Groot now.
Yeah, you know, but I don't know. It looks interesting, but it does look like an Avatar movie. You're right. That Predator looks small though. It looked like that was a child Predator compared to the other Predator that's like eight fucking feet old.
I'm sorry,
8 feet tall.
Your words, I know exactly what you meant, but just the words.
I didn't realize I just said that. It looked like a child Predator.
It looked like a child.
Like that motherfucker hunting for babies. It looked like well, no, I can't say no version of that makes
it looked like an adolescent from the Predator species.
There you go. Shit, the puppy.
Use all your words, man.
Shit. No, but yeah, it looked like that, and I'm like, all right, cool. Is this what's going on here? Is he saving his pile or something? Like,
I think I know. But again, don't want to spoil you.
Hey,
that's what makes it hard talking about fucking trailers on this podcast.
Well, you can tell me what you think, because this is the first trailer, and by the time this movie comes out, when will it come out? 2029 with Blade.
No, well, the shit I think I know for a fact.
You think you know shit for a fact?
No, it's been confirmed what I know.
Okay. Well, this is in November. By the time November comes around, we got like fucking 2 years. Oh, what was the shit with the bitch with the eyes?
That's the shit I know.
Okay. She's an alien.
Do you want me to tell you?
Is that the shit you know?
Yes.
Am I close?
Dude, you are really close.
Okay.
Do you want me to tell you?
No, you know what? Now I'm starting to think that that's fucking Chronicles of Riddick.
Now you just jump further away.
It's the T-4000. The Terminator and the Predator have got together to train to kill the humans, because apparently we can't kill the humans. John Connor, he's fucking everything up.
Yo, that's the secret. Arnold's gonna come back and just yell at the Predator, "Run! Get to the chopper!
You ugly motherfucker!" All right, here goes a question for you. Which team wins? Speed, Barry Allen, Castor Troy. Which one is the one that has the red suit like Barry Allen, but you see his hair?
Oh, that's Kid Flash, the original Kid Flash. Wally, the other one.
All right, so who, Drake? Well, anyway, Kid Flash, Barry Allen, and Reverse Flash. Team Strength, the Hulk, Doomsday, Juggernaut, and Brains, Reed Richards, Batman, and Iron Man. Who wins?
The Brains. They're going to figure out how to nullify the speed and the strength, where the strength is not going to be able to outthink the smart, and it's going to have a hard time catching the quick, and then the quick is going to be able to run, but they're not going to outthink the smart, and if they get caught, so help them God, they're done.
Because I was thinking that you take out the brains quick, and then the strength He was just catching the speed. To just,
Yeah, but you but you said Batman, so Batman already knows.
oh,
Batman already knows how to nullify the Speed Force. And who was on the strength team?
Hulk, Doomsday, and Juggernaut.
So he knows about Doomsday. And the Juggernaut's easy. Just take off his fucking helmet. Like, you don't.
Oh,
As much shit as I give Batman, I think Batman and Reed Richards and Iron Man can figure out a way to take off the fucking helmet. Like,
all right.
so you only really got to worry about the Hulk. And Iron Man literally has a suit for that. He has an app for it.
Oh, true. But how do you nullify the speed?
Batman already knows. Batman's made contingency plans on all three of them. Then you got Reed Richards and Tony Stark to fucking implement these plans.
Yeah,
that's like saying, "Yo, I came up with this bomb recipe for steak à pois." And you're like, "Cool, you gonna cook it?" Like, nah, I got Gordon Ramsay to do it.
Well, if you don't know how to make a steak à pois, then I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Shit, all right. And
by the way, look it up. Steak à pois is an actual fucking dish. I didn't just make up
with
noise.
apples. All right. Further news. Ahsoka season 2 has officially begun filming.
Did we mention that last podcast that the dude who played the Hound is taking over for Ray Stevens, Balin Skull?
Yes, I believe we did.
I hope we could bring the same gravitas.
Me too. I was trying to listen to something. All right. Oh, let's see if we get this. All right. Who wins? Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman? The Century, Captain America, and Miss Marvel? I mean, Captain Marvel? I'm assuming this is Blue Nova. Not Blue Nova. Blue Marvel, Wolverine and Storm, Black Adam, Deathstroke, and I don't know who this Spectre.
I gotta see the pictures.
Is I'm pretty sure it's the DC chick.
Well, what does he look like?
It's a chick. You got the purple hood.
Spectre.
This one.
Shit, I can't see. Can you...
I think it's the chick that has the demon in it.
Raven?
Yeah, Raven.
The Raven.
Who wins? It's racist that they got Idris Elba as Blue Marvel.
How's that racist?
I don't know.
I'm going Century, Cap, and Cap.
Because the two captains on that team.
Yeah, the Century is just as powerful as Superman. Captain Marvel is stronger than Wonder Woman. And I don't give a fuck what you want to call me. Steve Rogers beating the shit out of the rich bitch Bruce Wayne.
You telling me Bruce Wayne don't have magnets?
Yo, a man on steroids broke Bruce Wayne's back. So you really think I'm going to say that the other man on steroids is not going to do the same?
The perfect soldier on steroids? Yeah. On the perfect steroid?
He's going to walk up and be like, "Oh, you thought liberty was your friend. I was born in it, molded by it."
Shit. They had the anniversary of episode 3.
Yeah, it came in second place with over 20 mil.
Nice. Behind Sinners?
Yeah, yo, Sinners. We haven't talked about Sinners. We haven't seen it, but Sinners opened up to 46 mil, I think. And then this last weekend was its second weekend. It dropped only 6%. It made another 40 million and was the #1 movie. I was watching something earlier today. That is the third lowest drop ever in the history of fucking movies from the first
Shit.
weekend to the second weekend.
Shit. So
Shrek is the number one. Avatar's number two. Then it's Sinners. Then it's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and I forget what the fifth one is.
shit.
But all of them dropped less than 10% from week one to week two in ticket sales, which means a lot of people wanted to go see it, and turn around and was like, "Yo, the rest of us, yo, get in here.
That's dope.
We're gonna be pariahs soon because we haven't seen that fucking movie yet."
Shit, Ryan Coogler.
Googler.
He said that that he made Black Panther and Creed, and when he was very young, and then he came at that came at a steep price because I was not there when my uncle died, and because he was making the movies, and he missed so much making these movies before he was 40 years old. And they've done over $2 billion at the box office, and I will never own any of these movies. The next movie I'll make is Black Panther 3 that I won't own because Disney won't own that. It's time for me to own this. So he made this movie so he had rights to own something.
Yo, Vanity Fair or Variety, one of those two. Right? It's either Variety or Vanity Fair. Came out with a story on how Sinners was a fucking box office bomb.
What?
And they were like, "Yo, it only made 46 mil. The budget's over here. It's probably gonna lose money. It's blah blah blah." And all of a sudden now this shit's in the fucking zeitgeist. That the two young ladies I work with are talking about seeing it. My boy called me up and had him and his girl fucking tell me to go see the movie. From week one to week two, it was almost the exact same box office. And it's got an A plus on, or an A in cinema, on Cinema Score. This is a horror movie, a rated R horror movie. Do you know how rare that shit is for a horror movie to get that fucking grade?
Yeah. It's hard. It's rare for any movie to get that grade, according to you.
Dude, it's this movie is about to outpace in the all-time list of vampire movies one of the fucking Twilight films.
Yeah,
And that means something because all the top, like the 5 through 6, I think are all the fucking Twilight movies.
shit, we needed somebody to knock them motherfuckers off their pedestal. Twilight people are like fucking vegan. They're everywhere.
Yeah,
Did y'all hear that the director of Sinners was inspired by a Twilight episode? The Twilight Zone episode you're talking about.
Twilight Zone, yeah.
Well, I'm assuming that this is almost like Dracula back in the 20s.
I don't know, cause the trailers don't show too much. They show more allegory than what the movie's actually about.
Yeah.
Which is good, because then you go in there and I don't know. The only thing I do know is that there's a mid and an end credit scene.
Yeah.
And we have to stay for both of those.
Yeah, I heard about that. All right. Other fun fact. Unlike the 616 comic universe, the Punisher Max Frank Castle has a fixed timeline. He was born in 1947, born in Vietnam from 1968 to 1971, and his family was murdered in 1976. He was killed in 2012 at the age of 65, having been active as the Punisher for 36 years.
Shit.
Which actually kind of makes sense. Is that you would have to turn him into a god and all this other shit so he could survive 200 years killing everybody.
Power of the fucking hand.
Yeah. So people are putting out this digital render, which actually kind of looks official, of the opening for Avengers Doomsday. And it's Thanos walking up to Doom, and Doom's like, "Do you have the Infinity Gauntlet?" And Thanos is like, "No, but I'm the God Tyrant. I'm enough for you." And Doom shoves his hand into his fucking chest and pulls out his skeleton. Because in the comics, the God Doom did that to Thanos.
No, I got that.
You want to see it?
Yeah. Is it gonna force us to shut down the stream?
I don't think so. It is on Twittergram.
Just mute it so we don't get in trouble.
Oh no, I was gonna.
You gauntlet now? I do not. Yet I remain Thanos, the great tyrant. And for you, that will be enough. That appears untrue. Have an infinity gauntlet now.
I don't know about that one. There's no build. We have no history. You can't just go, hey, I'm gonna put Hogan and Jushin Thunder Liger in the ring and be like, yo, that match is done. It's like, are they two good wrestlers? Yeah. Are they icons? Yeah. But what the fuck do they have to do with each other? Nothing.
That's true.
Because here's the big question, right? The big question is, where the fuck has everybody been? So the Fantastic Four is in another universe, had nothing to do with us. They're dealing with their own shit. Okay, cool. Where's this Doctor Doom? Because if this Doctor Doom was somehow in our fucking universe, why the fuck didn't you just walk up to him and do this shit when he came here? You let half the people snap and then didn't take over the fucking planet? Let the heroes bring everybody back? And now you're gonna fucking do this? When it's already like, we already killed Thanos twice. 3 times if you count Doctor Strange. It's too late now to pull out the skeleton out of his ass. What the fuck?
I mean, you don't want to keep killing Thanos?
No, he's dead.
Sometimes you got to kill him a little more.
And yet the Joker we let have one decent movie and then the director turned it to shit.
Pretty much. Somebody got to turn it into shit. All right. Speaking of turning shit into shit, Mr. Sinister is being rumored to be the villain in the current X-Men reboot draft.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. You can literally just tie him into so many characters.
Can he be the reason most of these people wasn't there? Because he had him on the island, cloning them. And that's why we got so many Thanoses. Just killing Thanos left and right.
You don't know this, but I actually saw the deleted scene in Rise of Skywalker when Poe Dameron was like, somehow Palpatine returned. They cut away, and it's Mr. Sinister like, yes, the new one is ready. Send him out.
Rey must kill him.
I mean, they could, excuse me, they could make that the reasoning. I, on the other hand, like the theory more that we're reaching for X-Men 97 universe and bringing them from animation into live action. Because again, the easiest way in a multiverse saga to explain why heroes never showed up before is they were in one of the other fucking verses. Like
That's true.
You told us we're in the multiverse saga. Let's not kill it all because one dude slapped another fucking woman in the goddamn car. Didn't slap her, pushed her, whatever the fuck he did. Let's not let that woman ruin every fucking thing for every fucking body now.
It's true. I mean, that paint fucking universe.
Yo, dude, and what was the time between Eternals and Brave New World?
What was you said? What was the tie-in or what was the time?
What was the time? Eternals was what? It was during the pandemic, right? So 21, 22,
2021.
21? And this is now, so what's 4 years?
Yeah.
So whatever 4 years is from Doctor Strange 3, we're gonna find out that paint universe is the pivotal fucking universe. It is the key to everything that Marvel has been doing. It's gonna make us rethink the way we see Endgame and Infinity War. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's Painter Downey Jr. He's
Yeah.
Doom.
He's Paint Man. Paint Man's gonna come out. You never know what color the roller's gonna be.
Word. It's him and Condiment Man just taking over the world.
He's gonna run up, shoosh, and boom, now you're some weird shade of green.
Word. Batman can't prepare for that because what if he got mustard?
What if he was painted lavender? He's gonna
Right
look
shit.
fucking stupid in a lavender fucking rubber suit.
Shit. All right. I gave that look because speaking of rubber suits here. Dr. Manhattan is
Okay.
a nigh was it nigh omnipotent being who
He's
is
yeah.
who
All
is
right.
responsible for the creation of both the New 52 and the Rebirth timelines in DC Comics.
Yes.
What did he just say? No more mutants and
Yeah, he recreated reality. And then they birthed that to the New 52, and then ironically enough, when the New 52 fucking failed, they were like, "Oh, doctor, it happened again." Fucking rebirth.
shit. What? So it's easier to reboot a whole entire fucking universe than to create new.
It's all right. Here's the thing. It's easier to restart continuity to bring in new readers than to create a new character and throw them into 75 years of continuity. Because the big thing with comics was people weren't reading them because when they asked fans are like, "Well, Captain America's been around for 75 years. Where do I start? Do I start at number 1? Do I start at this run? I missed this. I missed Secret Empire. So how does this tie in with the new shit he's doing? Sam's now this, like everything's fucking confusing." So they went back and especially with the Ultimates, they went here. Instead of rebooting our universe, we're gonna give you one that you can be front and center for from page 1. From issue 1, we can go forward. And then that wasn't so popular, so they folded everybody back in. Then they did the Heroes Reborn. DC did it. They did DC Reborn, but Marvel also did it where they brought back all their Golden Age versions and try to start from 1 again just to get everybody on board. Because it's literally like the movies. Like if you take somebody who doesn't know anything, the first question they ask is going to be, "Well, where do I start?"
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if I was gonna start watching this shit again. I get it.
Oh, and even more so, comic book. This is the perfect analogy. Comic books became a little like Star Wars. It's like, yo, where do I start? Do I start at 1 and go all the way through with Phantom Menace, or do I read them the way it is and start at 4, watch 5 and 6, and then go back to 1, 2, and 3, then watch the Clone Wars and do the fucking jump around the way it came out to everybody else?
Shit, I would say start 1, 2, 3.
But
No,
now,
what
that's
is it? 1, 2, and 3, and then the Clone Wars.
It's 1 and 2 Clone Wars,
And
3
3.
Rebels, Andor, Mando. No, Mando. Yeah. Andor, Rogue One,
3, 4, and 5.
3, 4,
No,
5.
4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, then Mando. Then Ahsoka. Yo, this is getting
Yeah.
fucking confusing.
Yeah.
But now, that is a legitimate way to do that. But if you do that, you miss the shock of learning Vader is Luke's father. Now that moment doesn't hold weight, and you rob somebody of going through that oh my god moment that everybody else got to do because we watched it the way it came out. But then again, you can make the argument it's been out since 1970. So who doesn't know that Vader is Anakin's father?
I mean,
Does it really matter?
everyone knows the line. No, I am your father.
That's not the
Or,
line everybody knows.
yeah, or they like to say,
Everybody knows
I'm your father.
that with great power comes the bitches.
Just like what Superman always says, with great power comes great responsibility. Like this fucking bitch from the
Yo,
fucking...
that I know my favorite Marvel hero, Superman. Great power comes great responsibility. You remember that one? It's like,
Listen, shorty.
yo,
Shut up.
I agree with her. Everybody knows that I'm a Green Lantern fan. And in darkest day, with the lights off, when we go watch the TV, the refrigerator is gonna have a nice cold drink for me when I sit down and eat my sandwich. That's the oath that the Green Lanterns take. Every single one of them.
That's true. Shit, I tried to say the oath the other day, and I was like, in darkest day and brightest night, fuck it, come on and fight.
Brightest day and darkest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power. Green Lantern's light.
Hmm?
And brightest day and darkest night. Yeah.
And the blue one is the easiest. I hope a motherfucker would.
Actually, the easiest one is the orange one. Because what's yours is mine, what's mine is mine, what's mine is mine is mine is mine.
Yeah, he keeps just repeating what's mine is mine is mine
Yeah.
is mine.
I'll be right back. I gotta get something to drink.
All right.
Talks amongst yourselves.
Word.
Here's a topic for you guys. I know it's not Friday or Saturday, but big booty bitches, do we need them?
It depends on how they handle the booty. If it's fake, then no. If it's real, that's a deal. Ryan Coogler was asked who's his favorite black vampire. Shocking. He said Blade. Which kind of makes it feel like, well, why didn't you get him to make fucking Blade? You know what I'm saying? Shit. Why not? What's he gonna do? He's gonna make that same exact fucking movie as Sinners? I don't think so. But I'm saying you get him to make Blade. Shit. Get Ryan Reynolds to fucking make Blade. Tony Revolori Valori says the goal is for Flash Thompson to become Agent Venom in Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Get the fuck out of here.
I don't know if that makes sense. Because that kid that's playing Flash Thompson don't look like no Venom to me.
Sure. Nah, I don't care that they made him that dude. Like that they made him whatever, not the typical white dude. But get somebody who, like, we need the old school bully. Agent Venom did not become Agent Venom because he was a YouTube bully. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. And turned out to be a punk whenever shit hit the fan.
Yeah, that wasn't Flash either. Flash would get his ass kicked, but he would be there. He had the bravado to be like, "You're not fucking doing this to me."
Word. And behind me, ladies, I'm going to fuck up this alien drone.
And then he get his ass kicked, but he was there.
Yeah. That's one thing that they don't take into consideration in some of these movies is the other characters. The others, as Shaq would like to say. Which you heard that there's as I say speculation, there's a theory out there that Ned is gonna be the goblin.
The hobgoblin, right?
Yeah. Because that
Because
was
he
the
become-
hobgoblin's name.
Huh?
That was actually the hobgoblin's name, Ned Sanders or whatever.
Yeah, he is that character.
Well, he promised he wouldn't try to kill Peter.
Now, two things. One, he promised he'd never try to kill Peter. He never said he wouldn't try to kill Spider-Man. Two, he don't know who this is anymore. That promise is never made. He don't know.
But you got to bring back Anthony Thompson and Elijah Buff, whoever. What are they? Mark Hamill and
You are losing me with your inability to remember names.
the other Spider-Man. They got to come in and tell them.
Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, Andrew Garfunkel and
And now I'm blanking on
Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire. You got me so fucked up. I'm like, all right, well, I don't know where you're going with.
You think that's a possibility? Like,
What, that he becomes bad?
yeah, that he becomes the Hobgoblin. Because we seen the Green Goblin, but we haven't seen a Hobgoblin.
We've seen the donkey fly, but yeah, I mean, why the fuck not? You got to do something. You got to do some sort of thing with the fact that nobody remembers him, other than him running into him. Here could be a great moment where Spider-Man inadvertently fucks up Ned, saving somebody else. And Ned turns around and is like, "Oh, fuck that dude."
I was a super fan. And then he starts making technology and starts throwing hobs at people.
Yo, did you see there was a theory about the Incredibles, where Mr. Incredible has a power that's not explicitly stated in the movie, but in, I think, the DVD like extra features or some shit, when they look at his powers, it is stated that he has danger sense. It's why he's so good at being a hero. And the theory is that, much like Yoda with Anakin, when he met Syndrome as a kid, he sensed that this dude, that he was going to be trouble. And that's why he never worked with him back then.
I was gonna say, so why not when he was younger? But the punishment
The hero don't
becomes
fucking
after the
kill
crime.
kids.
Well, tell that shit to fucking the guy in the red. You tell him, and then, and then go talk to fucking Rhodey about that shit.
Rhodey didn't kill kids.
He thought about it. He
Oh,
Thanos.
the only hero to ever kill kids in a major movie was Anakin Skywalker.
He was Darth Vader at that point.
No, he was not.
He was a little Darther than most.
No. Do you know why I say Anakin
He was so
Skywalker?
dark, he would have got pulled over.
You know why I say Anakin Skywalker? Because he killed the entire Tusken Raider camp. He said it, all of them. That was not Darth. That was Anakin.
But I mean, who's to say they weren't dead when he got there?
We know they weren't.
They were just breathing while they died, while they were dead. Listen, man, can you blame him? He fucking killed his mom.
That's a difficult question. If you're asking me to be a Jedi in that situation,
Yeah.
because I could see the people in the fucking tent, and maybe if they said we're just watching it, it was Steve who did it, and then you killed the people in the tent and Steve. All right, I'm cool with that. With being a Jedi. Every motherfucker in the camp. That's my problem with the Crow. It's like, I understand you're going after the bad guys, and I understand that the security might be bad because they work for the bad guys. But you don't know that there's security for the bad guys. They could be security for the fucking building you're in.
Yeah,
And you just murdered them.
Yeah.
You walk in with fucking clown paint and a sword. They got a job to do.
Yeah. The innocent people watching the fucking opera. Like Mario Andretti likes to say, fuck it, kill them all. So apparently the rumor is Deadpool and Thor have a mission to save Loki before Doom gets them. I don't know why that's in here, but apparently that's what.
Why are they? First off, I guess Deadpool would know about Loki because he was in the TVA. But he's the one pulling on the string. What are they saving him from?
You would think that Loki is the tree god. He's the god of fucking life. He's the tree of life.
No, he's even better. He's the one with the story, therefore he's king.
Put him in a wheelchair.
Yo, them trying to save Loki right now is Ray calling me up and like, yo, Vin's got two of the baddest bitches with him right now. We gotta go stop him. We gotta go save him. Cause I'm gonna look at Ray and be like, go to sleep. Go to sleep.
I think he's got this one. Yeah.
It's more likely that we'd have to go and wake you up because you fell asleep.
Word. But speaking of Tom Hiddleston and Sebastian Stan, they're the only actors to appear in all 6 MCU phases.
I guess that makes them the GOATs.
I mean, they did it without a top 75 player. They weren't swept. They didn't cry in Adonis Hamslow's fucking arms.
They didn't walk off the court with 15 seconds to go, only down by like 2.
Word. Oh, speaking of walking off the court, did you ever confirm if the Spider-Man theme was in the Daredevil final?
No.
Because they were saying
I completely forgot about it.
when Karen was tending to hold up, let's see. When wait, did you notice Spider-Man MCU theme in Daredevil Born Again when Karen was tending to Matt when Matt said they need an army. Well, your ears didn't deceive you, but showrunners Dario Scott didn't know why Marvel had them included. I don't really know. That's the best way of putting that. Marvel doesn't always share their plans with me.
I'm gonna mute myself for a second because I'm gonna listen for it.
Yeah, because apparently Spider-Man's theme played in Daredevil Born Again. Okay. So the Born Again director confirms the mid-credit scene sets up 2026 Punisher special. Who the fuck? Oh, wait. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the news. Oh, Cap's trying to hear it. Doesn't look too convinced.
Give me a second because I heard something in there. Now I gotta go to the other side and hear what the Spider-Man theme sounds like.
Now, all right. Let me see if I could. Funny thing is, I think it's gonna start off right where you left it. Nope. Let's see.
I know this is riveting stuff right now,
Yeah.
but just give us a second, everybody. All right, I I can't confirm it, but it does sound like the 1994 cartoon. Like there is something in there as you hear the theme that's like, the part in the theme where it's like radioactive Spider-Man. It sounds, you hear something like wow 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 wow.
All right, hold on. Let me see if I can.
Yeah, if it's in there, they hit it. It wasn't like obvious, and it's not the Spider-Man theme we all know, like the obvious one. So
Wait.
huh? I'd like to live in a world where we would actually get we would actually get to play this for everyone without getting taken down. But
When
you
the
know
fuck
how
does he say we need an army?
that in his big monologue. But I was listening to the shit where she was just talking to him beforehand. And again, forgive us for a second as we're trying to figure this out. Probably should have done this beforehand, but I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot about it because so much other shit was happening. Much like Vince said, I didn't look convinced. He don't look either. So I'm gonna say debunked. But if they said that it was,
I don't hear the shit. Like I don't even hear the line. We need an army.
he said it when they were talking about when they were going through. He was monologuing over all that extra footage. He was giving the speech. He was like, "Yo, we're gonna need an army," and he's giving that speech to everybody. I guess at the fucking bar.
Oh, at the bar, because it said when Karen was tending to him.
That's the shit I was listening to.
Because I'm over here, I'm like, yo, I went back to the spot where she was fucking sewing him up and Punisher's sitting there.
Oh no, I went. It's before that when they're in the warehouse thing looking for the box of Foggy's notes.
Yeah.
It's in there right at the end of that scene when they're about to leave.
I'm still trying to find that part.
That's the part I was at. All right. One video I just saw literally had it. You remember? You know the tag team that just debuted on SmackDown, Fraxium.
Yeah.
You know how it's one song and then it goes into the other guy's song and then back into the original guy's song.
Yeah.
That's the shit that they said. It was the instrumental playing. That's what I thought it was. But according to this other video, it's the instrumental that's just playing. And then it switches to Spider-Man No Way Home's instrumental and then back into Daredevil's instrumental. But the two sound similar that without the prompt, I wouldn't have been able to discern the difference. Either way, it's not the fucking Spider-Man.
Yeah. You would have to fucking do something
That's
to
the
Spider-Man.
only theme song that Spider-Man has. I don't give a shit what anybody else says. It's just like if you fucking come up to me and say that the theme song for Transformers is Linkin Park, bam, elbow to the face. Wrong.
Word. Radioactive Spider-Man.
That's what it sounded like. I didn't notice it as we watched that live, but watching it back now, I was like, that's really distracting.
Yeah. It is.
All right, should we get into our main evente of the evening?
Yeah. Wait, there's a Spider-Man cameo in this shit?
No, the only Spider-Man cameo was the name drop that Fisk did.
Well, he didn't really even say his name. He just said a guy wearing a spider suit, right?
Yeah.
Well, no, somebody's watching the scene where he's kicking the shit out of Bullseye. And it's supposedly this is supposed to be Spider-Man cameo.
So Spider-Man what? Swung by in the background and didn't say shit? What
He's
happened?
an idiot. Where Daredevil landed on top of the fucking roof
He thought that
and he
was
did the
Spider-Man?
pose. He's like, I can't tell if that's Daredevil or Spider Man. Yeah, because Spider Man threw a fucking stick at at Bullseye and left. He did magic with a stick, bow, and left. Because that's what Spider Man does. Spider Man just sits there and fucking waits. Cling, boom, gotcha, and leaves.
Everybody gets one.
Right?
Yo, not to get off topic too much, but it's like those guys. I see them every once in a while. It's a father-son duo, and they talk about wrestling. And they come up, oh, name the wrestler by their nickname. And one of the nicknames literally was the Man of 1,000 Holds, and none of them can get Dean Malenko. And the dude was like, oh, Dean Malenko, come at me, comments like I'm supposed to know cruiserweights. And I'm like, if you're a fucking wrestling fan, you know who Dean Malenko is.
Yeah, you gotta know the fuck Dean Malenko.
So to this dude, if you're a fucking if you're just a Marvel movie fan, you could discern the fucking difference.
Word.
I can't believe we live in a world. I hope it was an act. Because I can't believe that we live in a world that witnessed Daredevil swing through buildings trying to find and catch up to Bullseye. And then he just thinks that Spider-Man landed, got there before Daredevil, hit him, took off, and Daredevil continued the fight.
Yeah, fuck Poggy and everybody who got shot downstairs. And it's just magic with a stick. Wow. I'm gonna throw this shit at your ass. Daredevil lent this shit to me in the fucking movie. Bing. All right, let's get to the main event.
That's why I fucking hate fandom.
Word. I hate FanDuel too because I don't know how to use it. Andor.
You want me to do it while you're stretching?
Nah. Go ahead. You do it then.
Well, let me press my voice box. It is now time for the main event as the Knuckleheads discuss Andor Season 2, Episode 1, 2, and 3. What did you do, Ray?
Word. You didn't watch.
What did you do, Ray?
You didn't watch the fucking show. I'll tell you that shit.
Hold on. I got another sound effect on my sound effect board here. Hey, Ma, take me out to dinner. Oh, that was the wrong one. Somebody moved all my fucking shit around.
Oh wait, I don't know why. It didn't.
I don't know what you did, but nothing happened.
Right? Well, I'm not doing this. I gotta change all my. I gotta change all my shit. Get that shit back. Nope. Mm-mm.
Hold on. I got the perfect one for you on my soundboard here. Fuck you, Mama Huevo.
Who's the Monaco, Mama Baby?
Yo, and my new favorite soundboard. I was stuck upside down for 2 days.
Shit. You know when a Spanish man is mad, everybody turns into Antonio Banderas.
So, Andor, Season 2. Started off with the first 3 episodes. I think episode 4 just dropped as we were rambling on in that first hour.
Yeah.
We pick up a few years later, I believe. It was like 1 year later or something.
Yep.
No, it's 4 years. Because I'm getting the timeline confused because it's BBY4.
Yeah.
Which means it's 4 years before the Battle of Yondu, which is, I think, the 6th movie. Either the 6th or the 5th. So it's 4 years before either Revenge of the Sith or
Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Mac.
All right.
Sorry, Empire Strikes Back or Return. So we pick up there. Andor is Andor's trying to steal a plane. They just made the new TIE fighters. The shit that will become Vader's ship. His little personal space plane. The Mon Mothma, her daughter, is about to get married to that other dude who they brought in to unknowingly fund the fucking rebels. So they're throwing a big ass party. Krennic showed up and talked to the blonde lady and gave her an assignment that she didn't want, but she was the only one that had a plan on how to fucking do it, which I believe is the plan that we see enacted in episode 3, where they were going through the planet and trying to wrangle up anybody who doesn't belong there.
Yeah.
But we'll get to episode 3 when we get there.
Episode 4.
Huh?
Oh, you talking about the review? We get to episode 3.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So episode 1 it was weird because the first 2 episodes were a little slow, but understandably because we're catching everybody up. We're seeing where everybody is now, and we're setting the stage. Andor's fucking, I forget exactly what he said, but his little speech to the woman who was like, "Yo, I'm helping you out, but I'm afraid." I forget exactly what the fuck he said, but he said something to her that I probably got to look up. That was so fucking good. I was like, you know what? That one line is just made this whole fucking first episode great. Then they do a little bit of weird comedy where the ship that he built is not the ship he was trained on. So he doesn't know exactly how to fly it, and he fucks everything. It's kind of like Independence Day, where they try to take off and they went backwards instead of forwards, and
Oh, yeah. So here goes. I actually got the quote. Naya, the Empire cannot win. You'll never feel right unless you're doing what you can to stop them. You're coming home to yourself. He also says this makes it worth it. In a moment of reflection with the woman.
yeah, that shit. that coming home to yourself. That realization that you know what you're surrounded by is wrong. And if you do this one thing to help out, regardless of the fucking consequence, you're going to be able to look at yourself and know that when it counted the most, you did the right thing. That shit was fucking great. There was another line in episode 2. I think Mon Mothma said it. Well, I'm not going to have you go hunting for quotes on every episode, but I'm
What was
surprised you found that one.
What was the other quote?
I fucking forget because we watched it, last week?
Yeah.
But I think she was talking to her daughter about something. And she just said something fucking profound. I was like, yo, I remember looking at you and like, yo, that was another fucking banger line. But, so the first episode, he takes the ship. Boom, he blasts off, he leaves. Then in the second episode, he meets up with his rendezvous person, except that dude is probably dead. And he's surrounded by the biggest fucking group of idiots I've ever seen in my life, who instead of banding together to try to survive, split into 2 factions and fight each other. All the while, Mon Mothma is setting up and doing like the pre-wedding dinner and all this other shit for her daughter and this dude who, quite frankly, he doesn't want to be there. The daughter's actually looking like she's putting in effort, but the other guy don't want to be there.
Yeah, the
The
son.
daughter even makes a mention that he's a child, that he won't hold her hand, he won't fucking do any type of contact with her, which will lend into something in the episode 3. But we go back to the idiots in the fucking woods. And the only thing about that episode that I liked is when Andor was like, yo, fuck this. Everybody's distracted. He found what a gun was, shot his thing out, took out the other dude, started running. There was a battle. Big Beast came in, ate one of the dudes. Everybody's freaking out. And Andor, this is why I love this series, and I'm gonna give it a chance. Because Andor does not talk to the guy who's guarding the plane. He just walks up, shoots him, takes him out the plane. This is mine now. I don't have time for this shit.
Word.
We are not here to be fucking kumbaya. Takes off, and then we get into episode 3 here. Anything you want to say? As I'm just rapid firing.
No. For me, it was a little hard to keep track of what's going on, because at one point I'm listening to them talk and I'm sitting there going, what are they referencing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you fucking talking about?
All right, so in episode 2, we had the guy who set up the fake fund so that they could pump money into the rebels. Right? He's the guy who his wife just divorced him, his daughter hates him, and Mon Mothma's husband nonchalantly thinks that she's cheating on him, which she's not. And he thinks it's a burn because he was like, that's the dude you picked to cheat on me, some bitch. And it's like, dude, that's not a burn on her. It's a burn on you that you think your wife is cheating and
Well,
she
that's
chose somebody worse than you.
Yeah.
You're the bigger bitch then.
Yeah. Because, I mean,
who cheats down? I don't condone cheating at all, but if you're going to cheat, don't cheat down.
Yeah.
That's Arnold's mistake. Arnold went from, I mean, I think he's still married, but he was fucking a Kennedy and cheated with the maid.
And it wasn't J-Lo who was the maid.
Yeah, not like the French maid. Ooh, like the
Superman that's no here maid.
Yeah. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so they were talking about the fact that the fund is set up, but they're running out of money. And he needs more because I think he shit the bed on something. And his divorce is hitting him and he let something slip. And then the dude from who was doing the artifacts, Skarsgård, he was sitting there because he's trying to wrangle in the kid's father to make sure he doesn't get wind of shit. He brought an expensive gift, and he's now trying to mediate what's going on between Mothma and the bank dude. So I hope that caught you up.
Kind of. Because to be honest with you, all I knew is that she had to marry her daughter to this fucking gay guy. And for funds, and Andor did not train on how to fly the plane that he stole, but he's doing a pretty good fucking job of it. It's like, I don't know how to fly this fucking plane. Wife's in danger. I'm an expert now. I'm killing everybody.
Well, think of it, right? Yo, I could sympathize with Andor. Excuse me. I'm having lung issues right now. That's the only reason why I'm coughing. Every time I take a breath, I feel like I got a cough. But when I learned to drive, I told my uncle, it's like, yo, I don't want to drive your van. Give me your Nissan, or not Nissan, what was it? The Kia whatever the fuck, the smaller one.
Yeah.
This motherfringo came up with his fucking minivan.
I mean, because if you could drive a big car, you could drive anything.
Yeah. But in my head, I was like, I'm not fucking trained for this car. And then I drove it anyway. I figured it out. So it is still plausible that when he finally gets to tell somebody, he's like, yo, you sent me to a fucking plane I wasn't even trained to fly. And then he just figured it out because he had to. Why? Because he was stuck upside down for 2 days. I'm not going to do the accent again.
I was stuck upside down for 2 days.
So now we get into episode 3, which things finally start to ramp up. But this, for me, is the most infuriating fucking episode or 40-something minutes of Star Wars I've ever fucking seen in my life. I'm not saying it was bad. I'm just saying that it colored me triggered because almost every scene had something where I was like, yo, I want to turn this shit off. And then it was weird enough because it was juxtaposed. You can ask Toe. I was sitting there fucking fuming, and then 30 seconds later they cut to something else and I'm laughing my ass off.
Yeah.
Because they decided to put something fucking ridiculous in the middle of something serious.
Fucking.
And we'll get to that. So it's the wedding, right? We start off with that. Oh, that's another thing I missed from episode 2. The thing that Critic told them to start was they going sector by sector to all the outer rim planets looking for anybody who does not belong there.
Yeah.
So essentially, on this rebel moon planet that has grain, there's people who live there, and then there are technically illegals. And they are rounding up the illegals.
Sound
I
familiar?
wonder where the inspiration came for that. But the Andor's family, or the woman he was with in the first one, her brother, and one other dude from the planet, and his robot, they're on this wheat planet, and they're now trying to evade the Empire forces, the stormtroopers and shit. So now in episode 3, we get that line where he's stuck in space. He's told that there's a blockade, communications blockade on the planet that was hanging out on because they're doing an inspection. So what does he do? He immediately takes off for that planet. Then we have Mon Mothma, who's doing the wedding for her daughter. And this is trigger number 1. She tells a heartwarming story to her daughter that on the day of her marriage, her mom showed up in the same room they're standing in, drunk, and like made a fool of herself. And Mon Mothma was mad and went and did the fucking wedding ceremony in anger and all that shit. But she's telling her daughter that in this moment, she's going to say the words that her mom should have told her. And that is, you don't have to go through with this. If you do not want to go through with this, we have an out. I'm giving you that out right now. And for the fucking life of me, something I never understood from season 1. From season 1, it's pretty clear that Mon Mothma's husband and her daughter hate her guts. And they have not done anything to show why. We are not privy to this information. So trigger number 1 for me, Mon Mothma tells the story and tells her, you do not have to do this. You were just crying a day ago that this motherfucker doesn't want to hold your hand. I'm giving you the out. And this little fucking bitch turns to her and goes, I wish you were fucking drunk. What? then you know what?
Yeah.
Yo, at that moment, I was like, yo, fuck it. Then go out there with the dude who's never gonna fucking touch you and have a fucking marriage that's pointless and worthless and not fruitful, and you're gonna fucking regret it for the rest of your life. And I don't ever want to fucking hear you complain. You better. See now. I triggered. I put myself in the fucking Star Wars.
You fucking whore. You're gonna like it.
I don't go that far, but it makes no sense.
Oh yeah.
Like, what the fuck did she do that you hate this woman so fucking much? Mon Mothma has never ever been shown to be anything but a fucking inspirational, actual leader of the fucking rebellion. And now you can make the point. She cared about the rebellion more than she cared about us. Do you want to live in a fucking fascist regime? You think just because you're rich that the fucking emperor gives a shit about you? He blew up Alderaan. He looked at Princess Leia as they went pew and blew her whole fucking planet up. That's the official noise of the Death Star. But anyway, she goes through with the marriage. They do their whole fucking ceremony. Then a subplot. Again, I'm jumping back here just to give you context. A subplot in episode 2 was a lieutenant found, and I forget her name. Forgive me for that, but Andor's girl from season 1. They run into each other. He tries to flirt. He's like, "Oh, where's your husband?" She's like, "Yo, my husband's coming back. Leave me the fuck alone." He kind of like, all right, backs off a little, whatever. Now they come up. They were told, hey, they're coming to our sector to interview everybody. Take this pass that says you got to go to Sector 8. Leave at night when they fucking come here. They're not going to come here for a while. Turns out they're coming here right now. The brother's off doing some other shit. They're not even done. What do you call it? They're not even done packing. Homeboy, who was guarding everybody, goes out to look for the brother. He gets picked up by the stormtroopers. It turns out that they were betrayed, and the guy who told them, "Hey, take the pass. They're not coming until night," sold them out because a fucking course. You fucking sell out everybody because it's the Outer Rim. Nobody ever fucking gives a shit. And you wonder why I want to be a Jedi and not like some other fucking piece of shit in this world.
You could have killed him if he was a Jedi.
Anyway, they sell him out. But what winds up happening? Trigger number 2. Motherfucking lieutenant that came in there and was being really weird with homegirl shows up, and she's the only one in the fucking house. And then we get a whole scene that leads into a line I never thought I'd hear in a fucking Star Wars show. I'm not even going to fucking repeat the line. You can watch the episode and hear it yourself. But he starts getting really aggressive, not taking no for an answer, forcing his way onto her. And now I'm fucking fuming.
Yeah.
Because now I'm like, yo, this dude has to fucking die.
Yeah,
we're not talking about, peacefully in his sleep when he's 8. No, now as fucking visceral as you can make it. Andor shows up. He starts blasting all the other fucking stormtroopers. She's trying to fight him off, finds a hammer, hits him. I'm like, yes, fucking hit him again. And then this is where they did the most ridiculous thing ever. Because in the wedding party, it's now time for the fucking dance break. They literally bring out a fucking droid that's just a mobile fucking disco ball that's playing contemporary like techno music or contemporary instrumental music. and they're like, "Hey, Mon, you gotta come dance with us." The other mother is like, "Come on and dance." And in the middle of a white knuckle me going, "Hit this motherfucker," they cut to Mon Mothma, who's doing this shit, and it looks like she's trying to get out of the dance circles. Like, I don't know how to get out.
He's
Why
a
the fuck?
maniac.
Everybody's still
Maniac,
dancing.
that's for sure.
And I lose it because to me that was fucking hilarious. And then they go back into the fucking
Get over
the
here, woman.
assault, and I'm back to white knuckling, and I'm like, hit him again. And then they cut back, and she's still fucking doing this shit. And then they wound up killing the lieutenant. The other guy is what do you call it? The other guy's like, "Yo, Freeze, come out." She says the line that I never thought I'd hear, and which again, go watch it yourself. I'm not gonna fucking repeat it. This dude doesn't seem to give a shit whatsoever. The brother comes out, shoots him, or distracts
No,
him,
yeah,
shoots at him, distracts him.
he pulled the trigger or something.
Yeah.
He didn't shoot none.
She
He's
blasted
in the
him with a
cornfield, missed all the corn.
she blasted him with a rifle. He's dead. The other guy dies. Andor finds them, scoops them up, and again the weirdness continued because they went back to the fucking dance floor. And now the husband is looking at Mon Mothma, and it's now clear that Mon is just gave in. And it's like for the first time in a while, just living freely. And the husband's looking at her like, as almost to say, "This fucking whore."
Did you just call me a whore in front of everybody?
Yep.
Well, I mean, you are the night show, right?
Oh, you're right.
But so he's looking at her weirdly, which
What up, show?
makes no fucking sense to me. Why they have not explained why they hate this woman so much. But that's not the weird part. The weird part is she's dancing her ass off, and they continue to use that same contemporary instrumental to play over the seriousness of Andor looking back at his girl who was tortured in season 1 and has now gone through a second traumatic experience. And the look on Andor's face as he turns into me and is like, "I gotta murder every fucking person in this goddamn empire," but we're still listening to contemporary fucking instrumental. It was weird. I'm not saying bad. I'm just saying it's weird.
That kind of felt like a cheap cop out for this fucking guy. Like, we got the gist of what this nigga is in their first interaction. We didn't need that shit there. This was like, yo, insert unoriginal idea here to buy time.
Yeah. They could have just went with, "Where's your husband?" Or, "He'll be back soon." Good. Because I know you're both illegal. You're under arrest. I'm going to take you away. And then that causes the fight. Because it is now, she doesn't want to get arrested. He has to do his job. And the fight ensues. And then the driver, when he turns around and is not concerned with what the fuck happened, and is only concerned that you struck his lieutenant, now it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm hype. I'm hyping this lineup maybe a little too much, but when you hear in context that line being said,
In a Star
and
Wars
him
thing.
not giving a shit about it, that's bananas. That is, I have no other word but fucking bananas. BANANAS.
Word. Now, before that, the guy that was giving her the loans and doing her financials in season 1 was mentioning that he needed one of these guys to work with. It's obviously he's being strong armed or blackmailed or some shit.
He's. It's not that he needed the. He was told to stay away from the guy's father, because the guy's father is a criminal underworld boss, and if he lets slip any part of the rebellion, that dude's gonna turn him in. And he was saying that he's been hanging around this guy so much that he admires him and that he only reminds him of his own inadequacies.
Okay, I
So
thought he was
she was
afraid
like,
of him.
yo, he's hanging around this motherfucker too much. That's a liability. To which Skarsgård, the guy who brings the antiquities, he set one of his people to be the driver to take him wherever the fuck they're gonna take him. Who knows what's gonna happen to this guy? Now he might wind up in the cell with fucking Andrew in Kingpin's basement.
Word. And even if you give him a sledgehammer, it's not gonna help.
Yeah. You can give him a lightsaber and it ain't gonna help.
Word. Yo, show. What was your favorite part of the 3 episodes so far? Did you like the fact that it had a beginning?
Or were
There
you
was a
more about
middle?
the middle?
And there was everything
Yeah.
is perfect so far.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it's going well. I'm
It's
glad
like-
you caught that I didn't watch it, so you made it easy for me. There has to be a beginning and an end in the middle.
Yeah.
Sure.
I hope.
So I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Every time you show up here on the Comic Book Podcast, I am under the 100% belief you didn't watch whatever the fuck we're talking about.
I done surprised you a couple of times.
Yeah. But the amount of times you surprise me will never ever outweigh the amount of times I'm dead on accurate that you are not watching. You and Ray just don't watch the shit you're
I was gonna
supposed to.
I was
put in
gonna say, but at least show still showed up.
And I watch more than Ray.
Word.
Hey.
At least he watched Daredevil.
Ray
Yeah.
4 more women hit him up and fucking try to take his time in between the last time he was on and now. He's busy.
that a
What
new
do the kids call it? He's neck deep in the tang.
What are you guys watching by any chance? Is it the Star Wars? New Star Wars?
Yes.
It's Andor.
Season 2.
How you guys liking it?
You did not listen to the last 43 minutes.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I've been driving around like a madman.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, show. You might not understand what's going on in the show because you don't pay attention as much as you should. And I'm paying attention, and I'm still like, in certain points, like, what the fuck is going on here? So there's, you might not like the show, but it's definitely, you like Rogue One. Watch Rogue One.
Hold on.
Movie.
I gotta, just because you said that, I gotta hit one of the other buttons on my soundboard. This is the old school Vince Lombardi. What the hell is going on out there?
Word.
You about to anchor turn, right?
He's grenades. He needs that minute timer. He got that look on his face like, bitch.
One of the crackheads that jumped in front of the truck. My bad.
Yo, you still delivering?
No. I'm in the building today. That's why I'm late.
You driving in the building?
Yeah,
He's driving around the block.
yeah. Basically.
The way there's an entrance and an exit, he got to go in through the entrance to clean the truck.
This is the most I'm gonna drive right now.
And that's a turn signal.
Yo, that's just, I'm surprised we're not getting copyright. That's the theme song to 60 Minutes. So, what were your thoughts about episode 3? Did anything trigger you, or you just a passive watcher?
I mean, well, the same thing that triggered you, it didn't trigger me as much, but it was one of those, like, I don't think we need this shit. Like that. We definitely could do, like, there's people in rooms thinking shit up. Like, there could have been something, like, in all honesty, I was waiting for everybody to be like, we know that you're illegal. You must come with us now, and everybody's there, and fucking Andor just comes out of nowhere and just starts and kills everybody, and they're like, it's fucking Andor, and and they go, but no, we need the fucking
We cut away to an episode of SVU.
yeah. Because here's the thing though, what really pisses me off is because like even though it's the Imperial Guard or some shit,
Something like that.
I don't think that they would hire someone that does that. Like, I think that straight up, if they heard that he did that shit to somebody, I think that they would fucking throw his ass in jail. Like, even though we're here destroying planets and killing motherfuckers, you don't do that. We got a line.
Vader would not have put up with it.
Of course not. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those things like, shit. I get it, but there's other ways to show that you're a piece of shit.
Yo, that seems to be the only way.
Oh. And also what triggered me, not like I was mad at you for saying it, but what triggered me was that we watched episode 2 and we watched episode 3 and you had the same comment from both of them. Didn't this nigga not like her? Didn't he say he didn't want to be with this bitch? Her brother and the white girl?
And the white, yeah.
The beginning of episode 2, I don't want this bitch. The end of episode 2, now we're in love. The beginning of episode 3, I can't leave you. When the fuck this happened? See, this is what I'm talking about. It's like, wait a minute. We missed this whole relationship.
Yeah, yo, that's one of the weird things where in episode 2, they're like, yo, his sister's like, yo, the white girl's coming out here. That's pretty far just to bring us some fucking water. And he spent her entire walk going, shut the fuck up. I don't want the white bitch. I don't know what you're talking about. Only to turn around and be so madly in love with her that you had to go and say goodbye. And that's what caused that dude to go out there and look for you. And that's what caused him to get arrested and her to be alone. And it's like, why in the fuck did you protest so hard if you were doing the opposite?
Yeah.
No, she was on your side. No one was like, yo, you can't touch that white bitch. This is not Romeo and Juliet. This was, hey, she likes you. Go bang her. And you're like, no, never. And the whole time you're doing it behind everybody's back. What?
And this is what I love. This is what I love. Plan A. Go to Section 800 and come back when they leave. Plan B. Fuck that. I'm going to go with the woman I love. Nigga, you was coming back. It wasn't like, there wasn't a plane that you was getting on to leave the planet forever. You was going to Long Island for the night and you was coming back to the Brooklyn. You wasn't missing nothing. Nobody's coming to scoop your girl up. There aren't other illegals.
Yeah.
This isn't the Underground Railroad where she's just like, I love illegals. And if you're not going to be here, I'm going to find the next illegal. Like, no. The fuck, man? You can't, you don't want her next to you, but you can't be without her for 2 minutes. That's another thing. Like, you can't come up with something a little stronger than that. Shit, the fucking robot made more sense because he's like, where's Andor?
I don't know what this robot's name is. I gotta look it up. The most humanity I've ever seen is this motherfucking robot. He's got no face, but just the way the actor is portraying it and the little motions they give him. He's
B2EMO.
Huh?
B2EMO.
Yeah, B2. He's quickly becoming my favorite side character. I gotta see what K2SO does if he comes back to the series.
Yeah.
But right now, without K2SO, it's B2. He was so heartbreaking. But what if Andor comes back? He won't know where to find you.
Yeah, he's like a child. Which is crazy. You got a child droid.
Which is even crazier, because I'm normally the guy who's like, yo, I fucking hate when they put kids in here.
Yeah. Oh, because you know what it is? That child droid was with the older woman that died in part 1.
Yeah.
In season 1, that was like Andor's mom, right, or some shit.
Yeah.
So I mean, I get it. But no, it's crazy because the fucking android's moving his head, doing all this other shit, and it's just moving the head and showing the emotion, and he's like, you get Baba Frick in there, and boom. Yo, how crazy would it be if the B2EMO they use his shit to bring back to life the Casey Jones android you was talking about?
Well,
He said I can't hit you.
K2SO is alive now. He's just somewhere.
No, I'm saying just like imagine they find a dead droid. It's like, oh, we could use that, and they put B2MO in there, and it's like, oh shit.
But for the purpose of what? Everybody's dead now. Like, we know how Andor ends up.
Yeah, I'm talking about before the thing. I'm talking about next episode. They find that droid,
Okay.
and they need the droid, and they put this nigga in there.
Okay.
Not when Ray finds fucking BB2 BJ8, he puts him in fucking LMFMO.
But see, that's what confused me, because that's what I'm saying. K2SO is already an established droid out there. He wasn't a husk when Andor found him.
You sure?
Andor turned him, if I remember correct.
By loading up EMB info. There's too many fucking letters.
That's such a drastic personality shift. Like, that don't.
Shit, he grew up. He was a child predator.
That'd be like me going, hey, the person you see in front of you now loves steak. So we're gonna take your personality, put it in Show's body, and you only eat salads now.
So Show only eats salad.
There's one side plot in episode 3 that I think was completely unnecessary. And that's Stalker Dude and the fucking blonde lieutenant who looks like Ellen DeGeneres. They had a dinner date with this dude's mom. And she came in there and just shat on him for the entire dinner until Ellen DeGeneres fucking threatened her.
Yeah.
That was another slightly triggering fucking thing. Yo, Season 1 was excellent. So far in the first 3 episodes, I'm gonna say that this is good. Now it's weird because I've heard
it might not even be a match.
No, I've heard because people have already seen the entire series. Reviewers have. And they've all said that this is fucking excellent. And I'm just wondering if this is a case of we gotta just get through the first 3 setup, and then we kick in, and now the rest of the 5 episodes are fucking amazing.
I hope so, because
am I just out of touch?
Listen, it was like, oh, this show is excellent. At what? Like, we had three episodes that all we did was steal a plane that we did in part 1. We learned how to fly the plane that we should have learned in episode 1. And we saved people that were saved already, but they got fucking ambushed by somebody you probably should have killed in episode 1. And yeah, in episode 1. So and now there's a wedding that lasted 2 episodes. That could have ended in episode 1. We got 3 episodes that should have been 1 episode. And then we never got the gift.
Yeah, we did.
What was the gift that this guy?
Statue.
Oh, that was the secret?
Yeah.
Oh,
the fact that there was only 12 of them made, but 6 of them were lost. 5 of them were found over here, and this is now the 8th one. And
look how many fingers I have. Yeah, I mean, yo, listen, I'm gonna watch it to the end because I want to see what the fuck the hype is about. But as of right now, slipping, George.
I'll tell you this: I'm gonna watch this because everything when Andor's on the screen has been fucking fantastic.
Yeah,
it's the other shit that's like, what are we doing?
This is the thing. I'm watching this going, all right, this is the prequel to fucking Rogue One. And I have not seen any Rogue One-ness in this shit. I'm not talking about like the droid. I'm talking about Rogue One was, we need you to get your father to give us the shit, the little hole that he made to kill the Death Star. We don't have plans of the Death Star here. We don't have news of the Death Star. We just have, I need money. You look good, bitch. Where's your husband? And I've been upside down for 3 days.
Well, so technically this is 4 years before.
But it takes a while to make a Death Star.
True. But it is plausible that you didn't know 4 years out, you knew 3 years out.
And here's another thing. I know you're looking for kyber crystals. I know you're looking for kyber crystals. Because that's the unlimited source of power that you fucking need to generate the Death Star. We know this. I'm not stupid. So why are you sitting here talking about we need former jelly beans or some kind of alternate jelly beans, and we need spiders making silk because they fucking eat jelly beans, and then we got to make power? No. You're looking for a kyber crystal. You're looking for a kyber crystal. Say the fucking word kyber crystal. I dare you. I fucking dare you.
Hey, they said adamantium in the MCU. You could say kyber crystal in Star Wars.
Shit. I fucking dare you. Say it. We know what you're looking for. We know it.
Say it to my face, goddamn.
You over here looking for fucking gas. It's a fucking crystal. Son of a bitch.
So, I think we're good with the wrap up here. What is your overall score for episode 1, 2, and 3?
I'm gonna say a 5. Because I feel like we're still in the what's going on stage. It's like this is date number 3, and I'm sitting there going, all right, wait, are we gonna kiss? We gonna fucking like you gonna pay next time? Like, what's going on here? What's the next one? Uh-oh.
Yo, they released the next 3 episodes.
There you go. See? They're not fucking around with this one. Wait, there's only 8 episodes?
If they're doing 3, it could be 9. And then they release the last 3 next week.
Yeah. Well, I would assume that they're doing it because in June is Ironheart. I don't think they want to lay over that.
Yeah, but they're missing an opportunity for May the 4th.
Be with you.
Yeah. Like, why? June is not here. We're not even in May yet. Why they worried about a show nobody's gonna watch but us?
Because Joe wants to see it.
So what are you most excited about for Ironheart? Always nice to talk to you. Hell of an analyst.
Yeah, all right. So I think I can read Joe's mind because you saw his look. He's excited for the person that they're gonna get to play Van Damme and all the fight scenes that he's gonna have before he gets to the fight scene with the guy who played Tom Poe.
Yeah. Where they yell at him, Lionheart!
Yeah. It's not fair. It's not fair.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey. Don't be on that note. I'm still here.
You didn't answer the fucking question.
Yeah, he asked you a question and you just was like, fuck you.
Nah, my part. What was it? What was your question?
What part of the Ironheart show are you looking forward to the most?
Ironheart? When the Iron Fist actually becomes better.
He just said iron and welding and
put
You know
all the
how
irons
Ironheart
together.
has nothing to do with
all right.
Ironheart.
Did you see the last Black Panther with Namor?
I did.
So the black girl that made the vibranium detector and she built the suit.
The smart girl, the one that was with Shuri.
Yeah, she is Ironheart.
With
So
the red suit.
They have a TV show with her.
I saw it. I saw it coming out. I remember I told you she looks like somebody else. I confused her.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to. Is she in the comics? Like,
Yeah.
or is this something they're coming out like
No.
out
She's
the
a
top of
comic
the head?
character.
Yeah, but in the comics, she actually went to Tony Stark's school and learned under Tony Stark, and that's why she became the female Iron Man, which would be Ironheart.
So they changed the storyline in the movies then, because she's
Yeah,
with Black Panther.
Yeah,
yeah.
because they're not gonna. Iron Man is dead, and they're not gonna link. They're not gonna link her and him in the movies.
Well, if they were, they should have been did that part two maybe.
Yeah, see, they don't. They're not following the comics, so
And this is
it's
why
like
you're
the Wild
upset.
Wild West right now.
Mm-hmm. Crazy thing is, you said they had enough comic to actually follow for a couple of years, so I don't know why they're already
They got
deviating.
75 years of fucking material, but directors want to put their own spin and their own touch and their own shit, and writers. I don't know. I don't know if that's still the case, but it was a case for a little bit where they didn't want fans to be writers for the movie. They just wanted writers so they can look at it in a different perspective. And it's like, why the fuck would you not want somebody who loves this character to write this character?
Because you can't
If you
expect
wanted
them
to
to fuck
fuck
up.
up.
There you go.
Kind of like when somebody that wanted to play Superman and they didn't give him the chance.
Yeah,
Didn't
my
that
guy.
happen with Kavik? I think he wanted to play a character that he was good at, and they kicked him off.
Nah, the thing with him is he wanted this. He was told by The Rock that he was still going to be Superman, and then James Gunn came in there and was like, I'm going younger because I'm rebooting it, so I don't need you.
Shit.
But he still might keep Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, which is baffling. So, are you? Here's a question I know you can answer.
Okay.
2 questions. Part 1: do you know that there's a Thunderbolts movie?
Yes, I do. When are you guys
Okay.
gonna see it?
Question number 2: are you going to see said movie?
I am. I've been hearing good things about it.
So
All
we're
right,
gonna
we
see
got
it
our
Sunday.
tickets for Sunday. So
Good. I was gonna say if y'all didn't have tickets, I was gonna get it for you.
hold on. When was that a thing?
That was the thing when I asked y'all last week if y'all was gonna go see it, and y'all said no.
What?
Don't do the face.
Yeah,
I
don't
spoke
mention
to you
Jungle
guys.
Brown face.
What?
I spoke to you guys. I said, "Are you gonna go see the movie?" You said, "No, we're going through something right now." So I was gonna get the movie for you.
That is not what the fuck we said.
That's
We
what I
said
heard.
we said we don't know.
Yeah, because of where we going.
Yeah, we don't know is different than an outright no.
No, but we don't know means we're thinking about it, and show is gonna be nice enough to be like, fuck that.
So are you trying to say you want to come with us to the movies
When are you going?
Sunday at 1?
Nah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be
You're gonna be
tired.
in church.
It's the only day. It's the only day I'm gonna have with the family since I got the schedule. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, you got your family for the rest of your life. This movie is only gonna be in movie theaters one time for a specific 2-hour block.
Man, I wish she was listening. I try to say the same thing. You have me forever. Let me go hang out with the boys.
Word. This shit. Not
Where
yet.
y'all
Not
going?
yet.
Baychester?
Bay Plaza.
Bay Plaza. Hey, Bay by the beach. Is it?
What?
I got the Bay right.
I guess so.
Technically.
Yeah, and Orchard Beach is somewhere around there.
Oh man.
Baywatch.
Yo,
Going to the Baywatch.
this dude would be like, yo, the sky is green. He's like, no, it's not, it's blue. He's like, but at least I knew it was the sky.
Yeah, well,
Word.
it's blue and green.
Let me know how that movie is. Let me
Definitely.
know.
Bro,
Let me know if I should take the kids or go alone.
apropos to that, there's 2 ways you can find out our thoughts on the movie. One,
Mhm.
watch the initial out of the theater reaction. Two,
Hmm.
come back next week at 9 o'clock and listen to us either rant or rave about how good the movie is when we do our review.
There it is, guys. Make sure y'all look out for that review on Sunday, probably like in the afternoon. And then make sure y'all tune in for Tuesday, 9 o'clock, where we'll speak about the movie.
Be there
Yes, when we all will speak about the movie.
or smack chairs.
Oh, remember, I said if it wasn't gonna be good, I would have to make myself and Ray in the video game and put him through that pane glass window in the archive.
Right. And
Mm-hmm.
we gonna light his ass on
Shane
fire.
O'Mac style,
Word.
over the
Well,
head.
I
Clink.
know Show is gonna be here tomorrow. Talk about the draft. To talk about all the people that we got in the NFL draft for the Giants, Jets, how Jamari Sanders fucking
Shador
went.
Sanders.
Well, Jamari is his new name. The
Hey,
Shador
Jamal.
should have went first, and
Yo.
Jamari went fifth.
Jamari Sanders probably got drafted before Shador.
Right, shit. And then Thursday, Show's gonna want to be here also because we're gonna be talking more wrestling. You know, all that shit with. I don't know, yo, the trifecta of terror. That's what they said that name was gonna be for Paul Heyman. I like it. If Seth Rollins is in that group, then they need a stupid name. So there you go, the trifecta of terror.
Hold on, is that the name or is that something you came up with?
I did not come up with it. Somebody posted that shit up on social media and late sent it.
I-
Say that shit again, Show, because all I heard was
so I know he didn't make it up.
Yeah, he did not make
Again?
it up whatsoever.
yeah. All I heard was I know. Make it up.
I said I've heard of that before, so I know he didn't make it up.
There you go.
What the fuck is wrong with my phone?
Yeah, it might be the service that you're standing in.
Shit. But then I don't know when we're gonna do the Toe in the Show because apparently no one knows when Friday is. So so tune in. When we go live is the exact moment we're gonna be live, and that's when you need to be there. So like, subscribe, tell your friends, write your grandmother, say a prayer, say a little prayer
Eat
for
your
me,
vitamins.
eat your vitamins, fucking put some melatonin on your face, and put your left foot in, put your left foot out, check it all about, motherfucker. It's your friendly neighborhood knuckleheads signing out. Peace, everybody.